back in December of last year. Okay, got it. Okay, it looks like we're live now on YouTube. So let me see. Let's see. Bear with me a second. I really apologize about this. Hang on a minute. Go ahead. Let's go. All right. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So we're all set here. Okay, and before I get started, what I really want to do here is I want to give you some really quick pointers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the chat here some really important information. First off and foremost, this is like an income disclosure, okay? And this is, I'm going to put that there first so I don't get in trouble. So like I said, we're going to be sharing the opportunity on how to start saving in the form of gold and silver today, but also at the same time, there's a really exciting opportunity that I want to share with you. It's something that you do not have to take part in, but I just want to make sure that you're aware of it, where you can earn passively in the process. So if you have any questions about that, there's a link here in the chat that actually disclaims that it has the income disclosure, which I will also be going over during the presentation. But then also to qualify for the drawing, we have a weekly drawing and then also a end of month here drawing. With today being October 31st, Halloween is going to be really special. So we're going to have a drawing by the end of the day. So anybody who watches the replay on this, you can still qualify for this, even though if you're not watching the live. Just send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Put that in the chat, and that way you'll qualify for the drawing. And with the drawing, what it is, it's just my way of showing my appreciation to you for taking the time to watch this presentation. And also, you know, in order to qualify, all you have to do is send me an email there and say, hey, Rick, you know, this is my biggest takeaway from the presentation, or if there's something that I didn't share or you wanted to find out more information about, you can also use that email to contact me and say, hey, Rick, I have a question about this or whatever. Okay, so a lot of times you're on a presentation and you know, as soon as the presentation's over, you have questions that you need answered. And a lot of times it's like, well, how do you get these answers? And a lot of times there's like these like little trick things that the presenters do, where they're like, well, in order to, you know, get more answers, you have to join or do this or whatever. In this case here, no, this is totally up to you. If you want to reach out to me there with any questions, you can. But then also, like I said, just give me your feedback as far as what your biggest takeaway from the presentation was, or if there was something that I could do better in the presentation that would allow you to get more information. Okay, so that's all you have to do, and that'll qualify you for the weekly drawing, which is this week we have a $50 cash prize drawing, and then also I have for the monthly drawing, it's actually a really rare collectible here from one of the companies that I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay, and then also there's a link here I'll share with you, and this actually gives a 10,000 foot overview of what I'm sharing with you today. And let's see, if you just click on that after the presentation, that'll give you some general information about what I'm sharing with you here today. But like, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this. Let's go full screen here. All right. Okay. So I do have a mini PowerPoint that I want to share with you here. Let's see. Let me pull that up. And then we are ready to rock and roll here. So like I said, sorry for the delay there. I wanted to make sure that everybody had the important information, income disclosure, or live on YouTube. And then also at the same time here, you have my contact email address and a way for you to get a general overview of what I'm presenting with you here today. So what we're going to be talking about here is the most overlooked and simple technique to building wealth and growing your income, and how you can start doing that today. And it's all using the power of precious metals, i.e. gold and silver. And a lot of times there's people know that they should be saving in the form of silver and gold, or they've heard about it, but they're not quite sure how to go about doing it. And I was actually one of those persons. You know, I always knew the importance of it, but I wasn't sure about the best way to go about doing it with it. And when this was shared with me in December of last year, I had some really incredible aha moments. And it was something that's like, you know what? Everybody needs to know this information. And that's why I'm here today, is I want to share this information with you guys. And I really appreciate your time. And again, I want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. So let's go and get rolling here. So what we're going to be covering here is, what are the benefits of saving in the form of precious metals, in this case here, gold and silver. And it's like, I'm going to share with you how you can save, you know, who you can trust, And then how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of opportunities out there and a lot of companies out there that actually will allow you to buy silver and gold. But it's like, what do you do once you have that? Or, what are your options and how can you liquidate it if you need that opportunity where some emergency comes up or whatever? How do you go about doing that? And that's what I'm going to cover with you here today as well. And also, how can you afford to save in the form of silver and gold, even if you're on a tight budget? Now, what I'm going to share with you here this morning is it's something that regardless of your income, you have the opportunity to do this. It doesn't matter whether you're, working a part-time job, you're on a fixed income or something. If you can save literally about $3 a day max, I mean, you can actually do this. Okay. It's something that even my son, who's working a part-time job, he's actually doing this, and he's actually, he's making minimum wage and he's working a part-time job and he's able to do this. So regardless of your income, whether you're making, $15,000 a year or $150,000 a year, this is something you can do. And what's really nice about what I'm sharing with you here this morning is this is something that you can control how often and how much you save. It's something where you can do it on a monthly basis, which is excellent if you can do that. There's like an auto saver program that I'm going to be sharing with you. But then also if you're not able to do that, you can still save in the form of silver and gold, as you can, as you're able to afford it. Okay. And that's what's really nice about this. Is what I'm sharing with you here this morning. But then also I'm going to be sharing with you, can gold and silver really build true generational wealth? And the answer to that is yes, there is. Okay. Everybody knows that the wealthy families, they have that generational wealth for a reason. And everybody knows that wealthy families don't have all their eggs in one basket. But the one key factor that all of them have in common is that they all save in the form of silver and gold in some form of that. Okay. And that's something that's been passed down through generation to generation. And that's why they continue to have that generational wealth. So it's something that's very important to know. It's like a lot of times you hear that it's important to save in the form of silver and gold, but nobody tells you how to do it. Okay. So that's really exciting about this, is because you can do this. Okay. And it's something that you don't have to have X amount. There's this misconception that you have to have a lot of money to do it and that you have to buy it in large amounts. And that's not true at all. A lot of people that when you're starting to build that generational wealth, you do it incrementally. And that's what this program is, what I'm going to be sharing with you here this morning. And I'll show you how to do. I'm also going to be covering what your financial institutions and your financial advisors are not sharing with you. And this is kind of important too. And it's also how you can start today. Okay. And it's like, if you're located in one of these 7 countries that I have listed here, the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, and Singapore, I have a really exciting opportunity where you can actually earn passively in the process if you so desire to choose to go that way. Okay. And that's why I put that income disclosure statement in the chat. Okay. Right away at the top, so everybody has that information. Okay, so who is this for? It's for anyone who understands the importance of saving in the form of gold and silver, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. It's for those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often you want to save. And what struck me when this was brought to me was, as an entrepreneur, or a small business owner, I don't have a specific 401k for myself. Okay. And this actually applies to a lot of people. If you work for a company that offers a 401k, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because that is a phenomenal thing to take part in, because you have your X amount of money comes out of your paycheck every week, and that money starts working for you, depending on how you have it diversified and everything split up, but it starts actually building wealth for you, behind the scenes. And you don't even notice it with the 401k because it's taken out of your check before you even get it. Okay. And like in this case here, with what I'm sharing with you here this morning, I like to consider this like your own personal 401k, where you control it. I mean, this is something where it's in your hands. You don't have to pay anybody else to do it for you. This is something that you control yourself. And so like I like to consider it like your own personal 401k in the form of silver and gold, opposed to like going through a company, because there's a lot of companies that do offer 401ks, but there's a lot of smaller businesses that don't. Okay. And there's, they would like, if this is another option, if you're a small business owner and you're watching this presentation, this is an option for you to actually share this with your employees and say, okay, hey, look, we don't have a 401k, but maybe take a look at this here. And this will give you an opportunity to actually start building that wealth, and have your money grow for you. Okay. It's like, because everybody knows the the importance of silver and gold. But in this presentation, I'm going to show some facts with you that are really going to kind of blow your mind, actually, because they did mine as well. So this also for those who are looking to save money for college. And for me personally, when this was introduced to me, my youngest son just graduated high school in the spring and he started college here in the fall. And I was looking for another way to where, how could I actually put an addition, start doing something to help him pay for his schooling when it came time for his college. Okay, and this is something you might have a son or a daughter or a grandkid or something that wants to go to college, but you're not sure how, what can you do now to help them prepare for that? And this is one of the things that to kind of keep in mind while you're watching this presentation. And it's also for those who are looking to put away a nice little nest egg. You might already have your savings or your investments, or whether it's real estate or it's crypto or whatever you have, or you're even your own 401ks in that. But this gives you another option to actually control how much you save and how often, and then also what you do with it once you have it. It's also, like I said, we have a great opportunity here this morning where it's for those who are looking to earn an additional income while they're saving for their future. Okay, so it's kind of like the additional income thing is like a cherry on top. It's not mandatory. It's just something that if you love the opportunity and you want to share it with people, there's a way for you to earn passively in the process. Okay. It's also for those who are just wondering what their options are. And it's, like I said, I'm going to share a short video here shortly. And in this video, it's even if you have your teenage kids, or your grandkids or whatever, have them watch this video, because it's going to really give them an idea of how important it is to keep silver and gold as an option when they start, earning their income, or what they're going to do once they start getting into adulthood, and and having to think about their future, because this is very, very important video. So without me taking up too much of your time, I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible this morning, because I know everybody's a Sunday. I know we have Halloween, we have, football's going on. And then of course, you have people that are attending church and everything. So to recap real quick, how to qualify for the draw, just send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org with your biggest takeaway from the presentation, and you will qualify for the weekly drawing. And then of course here, you'll still qualify for the October 31st drawing that we're going to be doing tonight at midnight. Okay, so I'll give it an opportunity for people who can't watch the live stream to still take part in that drawing. Okay, so what I want to do is here, I want to bring in a gentleman by the name of Zach Davis. He's one of the co-founders of this company called 7K, and he actually has a really nice presentation. That's why I really like sharing this, because he actually shares what's kind of happened to the US dollar. So regardless of where you are in the world and where you're watching this from, everything is always based on the US dollar. If you notice that. Okay, so everything compares to the US dollar. And in this video, he shares what's kind of happened to the US dollar over the course of the last century, but also at the same time, he's going to point out some stuff that happens, is, what's happened with silver and gold during that time. Okay. And just real quick, silver and gold has always held its value. I mean, you even look at it from like a biblical standpoint. What was one of the things that the wise men brought the infant Jesus? It was gold. Okay, so even back then, it had its significance. Everyone's always known that it's had its value. So kind of keep that in mind while you're watching this video. And it's something that I really hope you pay attention to this video, because there's some really good points in here. And in the video, Zach's going to touch lightly on what I'm going to be sharing with you afterwards, but I will take it a step further. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get Zach in here, and I'll let him do this presentation, and I'll be ducking out for a quick second to make sure everything's okay on YouTube. But at the same time, please go ahead and I'll be watching this with you at the same time here. Okay, so enjoy the video.
Welcome to 7K. Are you working harder for more money to cover the basics, but it just doesn't seem to go as far? Well, it's not just you. Higher costs and added financial pressures on families today are causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt on a large scale. In fact, as of May 2017, did you know that 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense? They'd have to rely on a credit card, selling something, or borrowing money if such event arose. So what's happening with your money? Well, it's in the numbers. If you look at this chart, in 1913, the Federal Reserve was created, and you'll see at that point, $1 was worth $1 in spending power. But in 2013, the dollar was only worth about 5 cents. That's about a 96% reduction in value of the spending power of the dollar since 1913. Here's how it shakes out in real life. This is the everyday price index. This measures inflation for everyday spending in 3 different categories. So this is weighted for different expenses in each group, like more healthcare costs or education costs. Urban renters, 58.1%. Retired couples, 61.6%. Look at this for young families trying to start a family and own a home, 78.3% more inflation. Now look at these numbers. Now, these are things that you have to have on a daily basis. Eating food at home costs 43% more between 2000 and 2018. 59% increase to eat out. Heat sources, 99%. Car insurance, 97%. Water and sewer, 133. Do you know anybody who'd like to go to college today? Maybe a child or grandchildren? 151% increase in college tuition. Medical care expenses, up 97% in the same time frame. Now, do you mind if I show you the case for sound money? Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver is one of the secrets the wealthy have always used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. In fact, governments and financial institutions know and use the secret. They are the largest holders of gold in the world today. There's a reason why. Look at this. What could you buy today with the same silver from 1965? But check this out. If you went to the grocery store and you wanted to buy a gallon of milk and took in 1 ounce of silver or $1 bill, you could purchase that gallon of milk in 1965. But in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would get you 5 gallons of milk. How many gallons of milk would $1 purchase you? Nothing. That's a 410% increase in buying power for silver. Look at the movie ticket. 1965, $1 or 1 silver ounce would buy you a movie ticket. And in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would buy you almost 2 movie tickets. That's an 80% increase in the buying power of silver. That means that is a 95% reduction in the spending power of the dollar bill. Check this example out. 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 would buy you 1 Ford Mustang in 1965. But if you took $2,500 into the Ford dealership today, I promise you, you're not walking out with a Ford Mustang. Now, you might be able to get a down payment, but look what happens today in 2020 with the same 2,500 ounces of silver. You could actually purchase 2 Ford Mustangs. Now, here's a great example of the purchasing power of gold and the dollar. Question is, where would you put this $10,000 in 1965? Would you put it in a house or would you put it in gold? Here's how the numbers shake out for 2020. $10,000 put into a home would have turned into roughly $85,000. That's a pretty good return. But the same $10,000 put into gold is $528,251. That is a huge difference. So the question is, after seeing those statistics, does your financial future seem a little bit more challenging? But why aren't your financial professionals telling you about this? The truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secrets of sound money. But we believe in you and want to guide you in your journey to creating and protecting true wealth for your family and your legacy, because you deserve it. So we're going to show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used to confidently get ahead of the game now and forever. We are 7K. The 7K founders are on a mission to change the world. 100 plus years of successful business experience sits between them. In fact, they have changed multiple industries for the better. They have a passion for helping the average person get ahead. And one of these individuals actually created a company that is worth $2 billion today. They have shared abilities but unique strengths that can help you to achieve the success you want. Here's a message from our founders. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you. So here are some of the questions that we had when we found out about the power of sound money. Let me ask, do any of these resonate with you? Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy in small quantities, and how do I get more of it? So we created a membership that solves many of the problems the average person like you and I face when we buy precious metals. One of the very first member benefits of being a member of 7K is dealer direct pricing on gold and silver bullion. Here's how the process works. The US Mint create coins. They sell those coins to a dealer, and then we sell those coins directly to you. No minimums, no maximums, period. This was just the beginning, and we didn't stop there. But first, the question about what should you buy? To answer that question, we created what we call our buyer certification program. Why? Because we already made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. This expert training helps you identify what type of buyer you are and understand the following. How the wealthy have always used sound money for their gain. The key factors to protect your personal finances in any economy. What's the value of MS-70 coin collecting, and why it's potentially more valuable than bullion? Why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. Now, here's the 5 reasons for sound money. Hedge against poor government decision and potential economic collapse. Wealth accumulation, wealth protection, portfolio diversification, and last, certainly not least, and probably one of my favorite, is coin collecting. In fact, what if I told you that we all made a $1.2 million mistake because we didn't understand the power of coin collecting? Did you know that if you had purchased one MS-70 Silver Eagle every month since 1986, it would have cost you roughly $40,000 to $50,000? Now that seems like quite a bit of money, but over time, it's really not compared to today's value of that coin collection. It would be worth $1.2 million. The problem is most of us lack a little bit of discipline. So we don't go down and purchase those coins every single month like we should. So we needed an easy way that doesn't require discipline to collect coins every month. And that's why we created our Auto Saver program. So we gathered a team of world-class experts to hand select collectible coins to take your collecting and legacy to the next level. Our world-class coins and collections are sent to your door every single month, giving you peace of mind that your saving is on autopilot. Here are the 3 different options that you have for the Auto Saver program. First is the basic. We send a 7K exclusive collection, MS-70 Silver Eagle or standard 7K label MS-70 Silver Eagle to your door every single month. Now, we run different labeled series like the US 50 State series for this tried and true collectible. This option features the steady as she goes and most popular collectible coin that has proven to be a great long-term value. Now, our variety coin. This will be quite a showcase when you're finished. These MS-70 coins tell an incredible story from start to finish, and they're delivered to your doorstep every single month. The specialty option are gold and rare silver collectible coins that are a specialty. Often these coins have a limited run of less than 500 coins in the world. With this option, you'll get a mix of both sent to your door every single month. Now, of course, these will be handpicked by our experts. Don't feel secure about storing your collection at home? No problem. We will store your collectibles for free when you actively buy a qualifying collectible coin every single month. Every month you buy is another month we store your coins for free in our private vault. These private vaults are 100% insured by Lloyd's of London. They're military grade security, have inventory management, movement tracking, electronic visibility, and like I said before, one of the coolest member benefits is free monthly storage when you're on a qualifying coin. Perhaps one of the most exciting things that we've done here at 7K as a member benefit is created what we call the Sound Money Wallet. This is a new age of precious metals that has arrived. It's 100% backed by physical inventory. You can buy it, store it, trade it, cash it out, and more. The power is back in your hands with zero hassle and zero headaches. Here's how it works. You can take cash and instantly convert your cash into gold with no fee. Take the same gold and instantly convert it back to cash at one of the best buyback rates on the market. How about silver? You can do the exact same thing. Member-to-member transfers. Instantly send gold, silver, or cash to other members for free. You can also take gold or silver straight to you. You can request your metals to be shipped to your door for the cost of shipping and insurance. It's that easy. It's about time gold and silver gave you the freedom that you deserve. And let me ask you something. How many of you like good deals and love to travel? Well, as a member here, one of the other benefits is our 7K Advantage Rewards program. This program is helping you live a lifestyle that only you could design. There's 800 different ways to save. Exclusive offers on travel, local restaurants wherever you are, everyday services that you're already using, and deals on the largest name brands. Save where you have to spend so you can spend more where you want. 7K getaways. Gold and silver are essential, and we believe it's the key to living a lifestyle and creating memories that will never fade. With our company-sponsored trips, you will make memories that span the globe. Hear what one of our customers has to say. In our 17-year marriage, my wife and I have never been on a plane together, let alone to a foreign country. Because of 7K getaways, we have now been on multiple trips together to places we never thought we would go. Now, remember, as of May 2017, 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense. So owning gold and silver is great. Traveling the world is great. But if you don't have the money to do those things, it can be very, very difficult. So here at 7K, we created a way where you can share, earn points, and get paid. Every time you share it with somebody else, you generate points. So when you purchase your membership, it creates a spot in the tracking center. You have the opportunity to build two teams, your left team and your right team. Every time you get 500 points on your left and 500 points on your right, it generates a $500 commission check. Let me just show you the multiple ways to earn. Membership and renewals, monthly autosaver program, rare coin sales, and retail sales. Every time a new member joins your team or a monthly auto saver coin is ordered, whether you shared it with them or another active associate on your team, you will collect points towards a cycle check. And let me show you how to rank up to unlock max pay. As an associate, you can earn up to $500 per week. A copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000. Silver, $3,500 per week. As a gold, $7,000 per week. An executive gold, $10,000 a week. And as a presidential gold, $12,500 a week. There are a ton of benefits here at 7K. Here are just some. Residual income for a lifetime, like I just showed you. The autosaver program, where you set it and forget it. The Advantage Rewards program, where you can travel the world and have exclusive deals on some of the best name brands and some of your local favorites. 7K limited and rare coins. The Sound Money Wallet. 1099 tax write-offs because you'll be owning and running your own business. Gold-backed IRAs. 7K healthcare program. The ability to buy precious metals at dealer direct pricing, and much, much more. So the question is, are you ready to change your life? Here are the two ways that you can get involved with us: the standard membership or the premium membership. Our standard membership is a 1-year membership. It includes the buyer certification training, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, no minimums and no maximums. The Advantage Rewards program, 3 technology credits, access to exclusive low mintage collectibles, 1 graded silver coin, and access to our exclusive Sound Money Wallet. Now, as a premium member, you get a 1-year membership, the buyer certification, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, the Advantage program. But instead of 3, you get 12 technology credits. You get access to exclusive low mintage collectibles. You get 1 MS-70 silver coin, 1 silver bullion coin, 10 business cards, 4 wealth strategy books, and access to the Sound Money Wallet, so you can begin sharing this unbelievable opportunity with others. So ask yourself, how would it feel to know that you had control over your financial future? How would your life be different if you had more time and more money to do what you love? The question is, will you join us in our mission to change the world? Pick a membership package and get started today. Thank you for spending some time with us. My name is Zach Davis.
Okay, so Zach did a really good job of really explaining kind of the power of precious metals over the course of time. And like when I first saw this presentation, what really stood out to me is, just to kind of reiterate what Zach said, was that, if you take the $2,500 back in 1965, the dollar was worth basically one silver coin. So you have $2,500 or 2,500 1-ounce silver coins. And you could, buy go into a Ford dealer and buy a Ford Mustang. Whether you like that car or not, doesn't matter. For the example purposes, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. But if you took that same $2,500 and walked into a Ford dealer today, you're looking at a down, basically that $2,500 only being worth a down payment, and then you're paying another 4 or 5 years in order to pay the car off. But if you had that same 2,500 1-ounce silver coins and walked into a Ford dealer today, you'd be able to buy 2 Ford Mustangs. So that an example in itself was kind of like, you got to be kidding me. It really shows you how much the value of silver has increased over the time, over the course of time, whereas the value of the US dollar has steadily declined. And then also his example with the $10,000, putting that into a house back in 1965, because everybody always says you want to invest in real estate. In this case here, if he had bought a house, the value for that $10,000 today would be, around $85,000, that is a good investment because you have a good return. But over the course of time, when you compare that 10,000 versus into a house versus putting it into gold, that $10,000 would have turned into over like $525,000 worth of US dollars. Okay, so instead of $10,000, that increase in investment up to $525,000 in gold today, that's like a huge increase in your profit margin. So that's something just kind of keep in mind. And it's something like, with what Zach was talking about here is, he talked about the autosaver program, and where you can there's actually with 7K, there are actually 3 different types of monthly autosavers, and each one of them you get you're saving in that form of silver and gold, where you're actually purchasing it, but you actually physically have it. You can actually physically have your investment. So it's not just like with a bank account, like right now, my savings account, it's got like a 0.015, like 1.5% interest rate. And that's basically you're making pennies on the, a penny and a half per $100. So it's like, think about that. That's not really saving you anything. Okay, yeah, you're saving the money, but this is one of the things that banks won't tell you about. And so I had mentioned this to you earlier in the presentation, was that, with your banks, they're not going to say, hey, hey, Karen, go ahead and take $100 instead of, put in our bank account, put it in gold because or silver, because you're going to get a better return. No, they don't want you to know that, because they don't want you to not put your money in the bank. Because if your money's in the bank, they're able to use your money and leverage your money for loans. Or in this case here, what we're finding out is that a lot of banks and government institutions are actually investing in the form of silver and gold. They're using our money to invest in silver and gold. And that's what banks do too. Instead of them telling you, okay, well, you're going to get a better return on your money by you taking things into your own hands and saving in the form of silver and gold. They don't want to tell you that, because they don't want you having control of your money. They want to be able to have your money and control it. Okay. And in this case here, with what 7K offers, is the opportunity to, on a monthly basis, and like the lowest, their auto savers are 105, 139, and 179, depending on what type of what type you want to save in. But even if you look at it from the lowest standpoint of the 105, the basic auto saver, you're going to get an MS70, which is let me see if I get this here, a perfectly graded silver coin. Okay, and what that means, and if you're unsure about what MS70 in a graded coin is, like in this case here, this one here, and this is what he's also referring to with the $1.2 million mistake, is an MS70 coin is a perfectly graded coin. There's no other higher grade that you can get that means it's perfectly graded. And it's done by NGC, which is the Numismatic Grading Corporation. And they're one of the top 2 grading companies in the world. And what they do is 7K gets the coins, and they send it to NGC. they'll grade, and you'll actually in the grading here, there's actually I'm not sure if it's real clear on here or not, but it'll actually have a serial number and a barcode. So you can actually look that up online and check it, make sure that the coin matches what, with what you have here. But it's also, you can actually also track the value of this coin. Okay. And so like when you're saying, what's the difference between a regular silver coin and a graded coin? Well, if you walked into like a coin dealer or, coin shop, and you said, okay, I want to sell you this coin, you're going to get some of the value that you paid for the coin, the silver, but there's always that profit margin, that difference that they say, well, this is what we can offer you. And it's not going to be exactly probably what you pay. But in this case here, if you walked into a coin dealer and say, hey, I want to sell you this MS70 coin, they know because it's a perfectly graded coin and there's no other higher grade than an MS70 that they're going to have to pay you top dollar for it. Okay. And you're going to get more of the value of what you paid for it back. In this case here with an MS70 coin, it's only going to go up in value because there's no flaws to the coin. It's a perfectly graded coin. And like in this case here, it comes in this really hard plastic. So it's always going to stay perfect. And it's going to build over time. The value of it's going to build over time. And in this case here, like with this one here, it's one of the things that 7K is going, it's their US state series. Okay. In this case here, this one here that I have in my hand is a Utah state series coin. And what each month in your autosaver, you would get a different coin from the state series. Like in this case here, like Zach made reference to that $1.2 million mistake, or if we would have taken one MS70 graded coin over the course of time since they started creating them back in 1986, a silver eagle. And today that, it would, over the course of time, you'd spend between $40,000 to $50,000 roughly. But now today, that same collection, if you had one coin from every month from 1986 till now, that would be worth over $1.2 million. And that's there's no other better return than that in probably the course of history of things. I mean, yeah, maybe Amazon probably came close with their stock splits and everything, but as far as the value, you taking $40,000 to $50,000 over the course of time, you're thinking, well, I don't have $40,000 to $50,000, but that's the point with 7K. They offer that opportunity to do one coin a month. Or you can even do more than that if you want. Depends. And I'm not sure what your financial situation is. Like I said, regardless of your income, you can do this. Okay, this is something that's really exciting about this. Like I said, even my youngest son, who's working a part-time job, he's doing this because he sees the value of it. And this is something that you should be sharing with your kids, sharing with your grandkids, sharing with your friends, because it's something where if you have that opportunity over the course of time, if you spend the basic autosaver is a $105 a month. There is a shipping and insurance charge where it comes out to like, $116, $117 a month, as far as that goes. But you physically have your savings in your hand, in your possession. It's something where if you did need, like an emergency came up and you did need to liquidate it, I will share that here with you in a moment as far as how you go about doing that. But there is options for you to do that. Okay. And whereas it's like you're going to, over the course of time, it's going to definitely help hold its value. But in this case here with the MS70 coin, like when he's talking about the $1.2 million mistake, I'm not sure if you noticed in the graphic in the upper right corner of that video, there was one coin from 1999, and that's in a silver eagle that's worth over $19,000 today. So you have a $1 coin worth over $19,000. That's really, really impressive. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. But as far as like with the U.S. state series, one of my goals with my son is to, put together all 50 states. And that would be kind of comparable to that 1.2 million, maybe it's not going to be worth $1.2 million, but having an MS70 state, an MS70 graded coin from every single state in the United States, so that's 50 different states, and you want to sell that as a collection or had that value as a collection, that's going to be a phenomenal, it's going to have a phenomenal value to it, because if you're into collecting or if you're into coins, that you'll know from the value of having a complete collection of something. In this case here, with everything being MS70 perfectly graded, it is just a phenomenal opportunity for you to save. And this is something too to kind of keep in mind. Christmas is coming up. You have the holidays or birthdays or weddings or what have you, and like a 7K membership, or even like doing the coins or something. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to have a membership with them. I mean, if you're going to get better pricing and everything, if you do have a membership, but in this case here, this is a gift. Like if you gave somebody, instead of giving somebody a gift card to some like Subway or someplace like that, or some store or something, most cases people don't even remember what they buy with their gift card. Okay. And they're like, oh yeah, great, I have a gift card, I can spend it on whatever I want. But down the road is, do they even remember what they bought with it? In this case here, if you give it as a gift, like a 7K membership or a coin or something from there, that's something that it's always a tangible thing, and it's always going to have its value and then grow over the course of time. So that's something to kind of keep in mind with the holidays, and especially that coming up right now. And so what I want to do is, Zach mentioned the compensation program, okay, where, if you share the opportunity and you acquire points as people, you share the opportunity with other people. And then when you get done, points on your left and your right, because it's a binary compensation plan. Like I said, I have the income disclosure in the chat. So you can double check that if you want, but I'll also go over that again here in a minute. But once you hit 500 on points on your left and 500 on your right, you get a $500 compensation check. And what they started doing at the end of last year was they started doing it where if, to help members get, put money back into their pockets quicker, they decided that, okay, well, people hit, over 250 points on their left or right, then where they're not quite up to 500 points, they will actually go ahead and issue them a check for $250, and then once that happens, once they cycle, which is every Saturday night is when they cycle their points, they subtract those points out of your totals, and then everything resets. But like with the autosaver, that's like, well, people ask me, Rick, well, how can I get this on a regular basis? Okay, where they're getting the $250 or $500, or rank up and you get more per week. Well, there's 5 choices for your autosaver. There's the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th of every month is the days that you have to choose. So everybody that you share the opportunity with or that signs up is not going to have the exact same autosaver date. Okay, so over the course of time, as you're sharing the opportunity with people, they're actually going to have different dates that they have their autosaver done. So when you get the points from the membership, you get the points from the autosaver, and anytime they make a purchase through like a separate product sales on the website, on your website, anything that has points attached to it, you get credit for. And so you see it's not just going to be everything, all the points are going to come at one time. It's going to be staggered throughout the month. And so what I wanted to do is, to be successful, to help you have success with this, you really need to work as a team. That's the whole point of 7K. What they're doing is it's a pay it forward program. They want to give people opportunity to save in the form of silver and gold, but at the same time, it's like, what, these people are putting their trust in us, and we're providing them with a good value with this silver and gold, but let's reward them for sharing the opportunity. Okay, like if you go to a restaurant or something, you have a great meal there, and you tell your friends, hey, I went over to the restaurant and they had this and it was excellent, and then they go there and eat their dinner there, or whatever. Do you get a commission from that? No. You basically are helping that owner out, or the restaurant owner out, by referring, telling people that they have great food and everything. But you go to that restaurant and you share that, that experience with other people, and then they go there, and so the restaurant owner benefits from it, but you don't get anything from it in return. Same with, like, you go to a movie, you watch a movie, and it's like, oh, this is a great movie. So you go back and tell your friends and your family, it's like, hey, you got to see this movie. Well, does the movie theater or the movie company give you a commission on that? No. But why not? You're actually referring, you gave them customers. So in this case here, that's what 7K is. They like to, it's a pay it forward company. And let me see something here. I want to go over this real quick before I share my side of things with you. Okay. If you have never heard about 7K, they are a legitimate company. They have a physical building. They're located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. So it's like you were in that city, you could actually walk in the front door of their business. Okay. A lot of times you hear about opportunities online and they're all virtual. You can't physically go into the store or the place or whatever. And so you're hoping that, what you're getting involved in or whatever is, that there's actually a place there. But in this case here, 7K, they've been in business since 2016. They're located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. When I did the screen capture, they had a Better Business. They have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, which is fantastic. Out of 40 customer reviews. They had a 4.5 out of 5-star review. And I don't know, the star review is always important, but I think the most critical thing when you look up some company on the Better Business Bureau is the customer complaints. Okay, when I did the screen capture, they had 0 complaints. So what that means is like with a review, you might say, oh yeah, everything was great, but then you forget to put the star review rating in or something on your comments about a company, or else you say everything was great, but then you give it 4 stars out of 5. It's like, well, if everything's great, it should be 5 stars. That's why, like I said, don't always look at the stars, but what I always key in on is the number of customer complaints. So since being in business since November of 2016, let's see. Yeah, they actually were accredited since December 8th, 2016. From that time till now, they have 0 customer complaints. That speaks volumes for what type of company they are. Okay, and in the presentation, Zach mentioned that one of their co-founders was founded a $2 billion company, and their founders are Zach Davis, Roger Ball, and Josh Anderson. And if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, he's the one who created Melaleuca. And here in the United States, they've been around for about 2 decades now, and they're really a fantastic company. But Roger Ball is one of the founders of Melaleuca. So in this case here, you can see that the quality of the people that actually put together the company 7K. So, they basically got together and it's like, what, how can we share the opportunity of how people can save in the form of silver and gold, and at the same time, give them, quality products, or, quality NGC graded silver and gold, or certified gold and silver. But yet at the same time, help them out, be able to pay it forward, help them, earn while they're doing this. That's how they came up with the concept of 7K. So they're a great company. And since I've, created my membership back in December of last year, I cannot speak. I mean, I have nothing but fantastic things to say about them. Their customer support is phenomenal. If they have live chat throughout, on their website, and then also even when they're out of business hours, they still have a support chat. And then if there's any question that their support team can't answer, and this has happened to me twice where they needed to get more information, I'm like, okay, but the very next morning, one time I got a phone call. They're like, okay, with the information next morning, I got on another case, I got an email saying, okay, this is the information that you need. So their customer support, and that's what's important for any business is, how do they handle your support questions? Are they responsive? And my experience with them has been just off the charts. So I cannot speak highly enough about them. But at the same time, like I said, my whole point of bringing this presentation to you this morning was to share the opportunity with you, to let you know that there are companies out there. In this case here, we're talking about 7K that can actually help you save in the form of silver and gold. And at the same time, just give you different options. That's something that everybody should be aware of, is whether you can do this or not. Whether you can create a membership or start doing this, at least you know this information now. That was my biggest point today, was just to share this information with you so you had that, so you can make wise decisions moving forward. Okay. And so, like, if you wanted to stop here, that's fine. What I want to do is take the next step here. Okay. If, when you create your membership, I want to help you have as much success as possible. And can I guarantee it? No, I can't guarantee that you're going to make X amount of dollars on this, because I'm not sure, who you are, or what your work ethics are, and how much you're going to share the opportunity. But I will do what I can to help you out as best as I can. Okay, so in order to get started today, if you wanted to, they do have a couple of different membership packages. And if you're on a super tight budget, there's the basic membership, which is $199 a month, or $199 for the year. Okay. And then at the same time, with your membership, it's not that we're just paying a fee and you get nothing for it. There are a ton of benefits with 7K besides the form of, savings, getting great pricing on silver and gold. But there are additional benefits, and I will cover them here shortly as well. But at the same time, you actually get, with your membership, you'll get one of these, let's see if you can see it here. Sorry, there we go. This is the American, it's kind of crappy with, sorry about that with the camera here. I'll actually have this picture in another video or slide here short. It's Miles Standish Presents American Silver Eagles. And this goes over the history of the Silver Eagle. Okay, and in this book, it actually, this is an autographed copy. Whoops. Yeah, I can't get in. Yeah, there's an autograph copy from Miles Standish, and this is it's an authentic signed autograph. But then also it goes over the value of the silver and gold, and also the value of the silver eagle over the course of time. And it also will actually show you the in some pages where how many coins were graded, an MS-70, MS-69. It'll actually give you kind of an idea how many, there's, thousands and millions of coins and stuff that are produced, but which ones are actually graded, and that's the ones that will hold their value longer over the course of time. So with your membership, you do actually physically get some silver or gold depending on which package you go with. The highest package is a $4.99 one, and that's where you get some silver and some gold with that. But you do physically get something. So you get the autographed copy of the book. You also get an actual silver coin, a graded silver coin, and that's part of your membership package. But then there's also the benefits of, which I'll show you here in another slide. They do offer a ton of other benefits. Zach touched lightly on the travel and everything that they have with the one benefits package. And so there's a lot more to it than just saving in the form of silver and gold. It's a way that you can actually help save over the course of time and throughout the year on different things for your family. But at the same time, you're actually building wealth by saving in the form of silver and gold. Okay, so what I would like to do is, in order for you to create a membership, what I want you to do is send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And with your email, let me know your preferred email address to get back to you, and then also your phone number. Okay, and I'm not going to call you unless you ask me to call you. Okay, but this way, when I receive your email, I will go ahead and send you a link for you to sign up. Okay, and in order for to be successful, if you wanted to earn passively with 7K, you have to work together as a team. That's the way they have their compensation plan set up. Is it's not just here share it with one person and just keep doing. No, you have to help the people that are below you that sign up, help them qualify. And as you're helping them qualify and they rank up, you rank up as well. So in order to do that, you do need to have one person on your left and one person on your right, okay, in order to qualify as an associate, which would enable you to receive up to $500 per week once you hit those point totals. Okay, now the point totals aren't necessarily going to happen right away, but I'll explain that in another slide here shortly. But send me an email with your best email address to get in touch with you, your phone number, and when I get that, I will send you a link to sign up. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not even going to be my link. Okay, it's going to be somebody that's on my team. Then this way, I shouldn't say my team, but it's our team. That's what I want to do. Is I want to create this community where it's just us working together, where I'm helping you out wherever I can, and building together this team so you're successful. And as you're becoming successful, I'll become successful, and everybody together on our team will be successful. And what I want to do is I will send you a link for you to sign up under. And at the same time, I will have my phone number on there. And this way you can actually text me if you have questions or whatever at any time. You can say, hey, Rick, I'm sharing this presentation, or can you answer this question for me? I will do whatever I can to help you out. Like I said, 7K has a phenomenal support, but sometimes if you're like on a pinch or something, and you need something right away, you can just always send me a text and say, hey, Rick, what can you share with me about this? And they do have a really in-depth training in the back office. And I shouldn't say it's, when people hear this, like they freeze, well, I don't have time for that. What's really nice about their training is you can actually start it, and it's just like information that everybody should know. It goes a little bit more in depth on why you should save in the form of silver and gold and what's happened over the course of time. They do have some experts that share their insight on it, but you can actually start their training. And then if you have to stop and go back to it, it'll pick up exactly where you left off. It's not like with some of the stuff you have online where if you don't finish the video or a portion of something, you have to, go through the whole thing again. No, their training and their information in the back office is very user friendly. It's something that's really easy to go through. And I think total, if you went through all the videos and information they have, you're talking maybe a total like 5 or 6 hours total. It's just something that they give you pointers on how to help share the opportunity with other people, and just gives you more information so you become more knowledgeable about silver and gold, and also about the benefits of saving in it. Okay, so I would send you a link with I have my phone number on there for you to reach out to me. That way you have my phone number, I have yours, and go ahead and create a membership with that link. And as soon as you create your membership, go ahead and either text me or email and say, okay, here, Rick, here's my referral link. Okay. Because once you create your membership, you're going to have your own personal website. Like in this case here, I have this in the chat also. My personal referral link is www.7kmetals.com/Rick F. So whatever your referral ideas are, when you create your membership, you're going to have your own personal website. So like if you click on this link here, it'll actually take you to a personal version of my own 7K website. And this is exactly what you're going to have. So you can actually share people. You can put it on your social media, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, although I know Facebook's called Meta now or whatever, but still Facebook. There, you can actually post that on there. And if anybody clicks on your link, especially with the holidays coming up, and they purchase something from your website, you get credit for that. And if they create a membership, they automatically get, somebody clicks on your link and then they wind up creating a membership with 7K, they get attached to you. So that's how powerful they pretty much have a lot of it, simplified. So you don't have to do a lot of work, but at the same time, in order to qualify, as an associate and rank up with the points in it, it does require some effort. That's why, like I said, I do have that income disclosure in the chat. And that's why it's there, because a lot of people think that you just, okay, I'll sign up and then I'm going to make a ton of money. No, it doesn't work that way. You do have to put effort into it. Okay. And it's like, even as much as like this, the video here that I shared with you from Zach, you'll have access to be able to share that with other people as well. So that's how powerful it is. They do have a lot of resources for people to actually share with people and help them be successful. Okay. And like with me working with you and us working together as a team, what I want to do is I do have a website that I put a lot of general information on. And it's just basically, so like if you have questions about things or whatever, you can, you can't necessarily find them right away on 7K or something for whatever reason, you can always refer people to the website, because that website is designed for us as our team, so we can have a place where like if there's certain videos you want me to do about explaining things, I can do that and put them on there. And that way there's real easy information at people's fingertips to understand more about the power of saving in the form of silver and gold, and what you can do moving forward. Okay. So yeah, once you do that, I will send you let me know. And then once you send me the link for your referral link, I'll in turn use that and share that with other people. So right away, it's paying forward. Okay. Because your biggest goal is, first, once you become a member, is you want to get a person on your left and on your right, and then you qualify as an associate. And like one thing I do want to point out is there is a limit per family. And the one thing to keep in mind too is you do have to be able to file taxes, because if you're earning income on this passively, you will have to file taxes on it. Okay. And it's like most things, it's like once you hit that $600, once you hit that $600 minimum, that's when, as far as in commissions, that's when you do have to file taxes. So in this case here, you do have to have a driver's license or a state ID of some kind, because that's in order to verify who you are. 7K is going to need a copy of your driver's license or your state ID, or depending on what your country ID. And so they'll need like a front and back of that. So they do need that, because they have a program where they have to verify that they know who you are and you say who you are. Okay. And then also when you put your mailing address in there for your thing, make sure it matches what's on your driver's license. Okay. Or your state ID, because that's part of their checks and balances. So the very first shipment, like they do offer the Sound Money wallet on certain items, like your autosaver for the basic for the MS-70, that you would have to have shipped to you. You wouldn't be able to use the Sound Money wallet for that. But your very first shipment that you get for your membership package, it does have to actually go to where you live. Okay. And like I said, this is available in those 7 countries: the US, Canada, Australia, UK, Ireland, New Zealand, and Singapore. And so that's something that as long as you're in one of those 7 countries, 7K is able to ship to you, and you're actually able to participate in the autosaver program, and also as far as sharing the opportunity with other people. Okay. So you do have to because there's like different regulations when you get shipped to different countries, and 7K has everything lined up with those countries. So as soon as like customs or something see something, and it's, everything always comes via FedEx from 7K. So as soon as customs or whatever sees that it's FedEx and it's from 7K, they know it's okay. It doesn't get hung up or anything. So you usually receive stuff pretty quickly. But so just make sure that your address that you put for your shifting matches your driver's license or state ID. And then also, make sure all the information is correct, and make sure you're able to, scan or take a picture of your driver's license and, forward that to 7K. But that all be explained when you start creating your membership. It's very easy to do. It's just step by step by step. They walk you through exactly what to do. And once you get your affiliate link or your user ID. So I always recommend people try to keep it something relatively short, because it's always going to start out with the www.7kmetals.com and then / whatever your username is. And, I always tell people to try to keep it professional, because they are a phenomenal company, and you want to maintain the integrity of the company. But that's also something that you're going to be sharing with other people. So you don't want to have like skippity boo bop or something like that as your username or something like that. I know it's kind of goofy, but so anyways, kind of keep that in mind. Okay. So if you do that, then I will go ahead and share a link with you, and then I will in turn use your link and share that with other people as well. Okay. So that's kind of how we work together as a team, and you grow with the company, I grow with the company, and everybody together as a team, we grow as a company. Because I would really love to see everybody hit associate. Now, my personal goal is to have everybody on our team at least qualify as an associate. After that, we take it to the next step to qualify as a copper. So I want to have everybody working together to help everybody qualify and incrementally rank up, because the quicker you do that, the more you help more people, the more you help yourself. Okay. So what I want to do is real quick, and I did this calculation because a lot of people are like, well, how much is it going to cost me over the course of the year? Don't look at it as a cost. This is saving for your future. Everybody's like, well, I don't have enough money to pay for that. But everybody should be saving something. Okay. And, I'm not your mom or your dad or whatever, but to build that wealth, and you can do this, like I said, monthly, you even should go with the basic, or whatever you can afford. You can do this where you're saving a little bit. And so what I did is, I did an income calculator. You go down and just do calculator.net. And over the course of when I did this, okay, so it's 12 months. And with the basic and the shipping and the insurance, it comes out to like roughly 116. So over the course of a year, you're going to spend roughly 116 a month, give or take, depending on shipping charges, if it goes up or not. It's going to cost you $1,392. Okay. And if you qualify as an associate rather quickly, and you start getting those the points, and they're coming in on a regular basis, you have the ability to earn up to $500 per week. Okay, like I said, this is all part of how much effort and everything you put into it. But if you take that, this is excluding your membership package, but if you would pay for your autosaver, if you're doing the monthly and you rank as an associate, your out of pocket, you're going to be paying roughly $1,392. Like I said, that's going to probably fluctuate a little bit depending on where you're at and the shipping charges and everything are. But if you actually qualify as an associate right away, that's a potential income of $26,000 a year. So your cost, as far as you're saving for your future, you're saving $1,392 roughly, and your return, as far as like if you qualify as an associate and you're active and you're really promoting or sharing the opportunity with 7K, you have an opportunity to make $26,000. So your return on investment, so to speak, is $24,608, which is 1,767%, which is phenomenal. But the whole thing is, like I said, look at this as not you're spending money, you're actually saving money. And when you physically when you save it in the form of silver, like a tangible thing here, like this NGC graded coin, it's something where you can't, like if you have money in the bank account or something like that, there's always something that comes up that's like, oh, I would like to have that, but you really need it. In most cases, a lot of people spend money on stuff that they don't necessarily want to have, really, really need. So in this case here, if you're actually saving in the form of a tangible asset like this, because you physically have it, that's one of the key things too. In one of their trainings, it's like saving in, whether you're, doing it as far as like stocks or something on the stock market, where you have, investments in silver and gold, that's one thing. But when you physically have it in your hand and you own it and you can actually physically touch it, that's even more value than you realize. Okay. So that's just something to keep in mind. Okay. Okay. So here, just real quick to kind of go over I have the income disclosure here statement again, and this goes from November 4th, 2016 to October 30th, 2020. Okay. And in this case here, it's basically saying that even after you qualify an associate, that does not guarantee you that you're going to earn an income right away as an associate. Okay, there you do have to have the points, but at the same time, it's something where if you put forth the effort and you're sharing the opportunity, and the people that you have sign up with 7K, if they create their membership, every time there's a membership, you get points for it. Anytime there's an auto save, you get points for it. They go to you. So if it's somebody that's 3 or 4 people levels down in your downline, those points still get accredited to you. Okay. And that's something that's really powerful. Okay. So like with the standard membership, that's $199. And then you get 50 points with that. With this plus membership, it's $359 and you get 100 points. And the premium membership is $499 and you get 150 points. So if you referred 2 members, one on your left and one on your right, that had 100 that were premium members, so you'd already be at 150 points on your left and right. And then they had their autosaver shipped, and you get 10, 15, and 20 points with the autosaver. If they had that shipped, those points would go on your left and right, and you actually control that in your back office. And I do have some videos that explain how to go about doing that on the one site that I will share with you as well. But so those are your 3 types of membership packages: standard, plus, and premium. And here we go. Here's with the basic, it's 105, and that's you get an MS70 graded state series coin. So it's a Silver Eagle. And with the variety right now, it's $139 a month, and that's it's actually the Animal State series, which is a colorized coin, but that's also, there's 50 coins in the set because it's one for each state in the United States. And then the specialty, they just actually changed this a half-gram PF70 graded gold coin. Okay, so it's a half-gram of gold, and it comes in a case just like this, so it's graded. And of course, it's like half gram, so it's a roll tiny coin. It's a small coin, but it's still a perfectly graded coin. It's something that's going to maintain its value and grow over the course of time, because everybody knows with gold, it's it's up there per ounce. So it's like you can purchase regular silver and gold bullion and even bars. In 7K even has jewelry as far as products, but there's a lot of different collectibles, low mintage collectibles that they offer people. But in this case here with the specialty, you get a half-gram graded gold coin. Okay, and so that's really nice. Okay, so those are your 3 choices. And this is actually a screen capture, so I can't drop it down, but you do have 5 choices for when your autosaver ships. Okay, so it's the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th. And you can make that choice when you go to create your membership. And that way, and if you ever need to change it, you can change that. I do want to point out that once you qualify as an associate, where you're set to earn, where you're accruing points on your left and right, you do want to make sure that you stay active, because the whole point of what 7K is trying to share with people is like, in order to build that wealth and, have that generational wealth, stuff that you can pass on to your kids or your grandkids or whatever, is you want to make sure that you save on a monthly basis. Okay. And so that's because a little bit each month is going to build up over time. And that's was what the point of the $1.2 million mistake was, is like, if we could turn back the clock and I could go back to 1986, that was actually the year I graduated high school. You could, and save 1 coin a month since then. I would probably be giving this presentation from a yacht somewhere, I'd be on, in some, out in the Mediterranean or something, where because it's going to build over time, but you don't realize it. But if you can save X amount, over the course of time in silver and gold, it's really going to make a difference in your life down the road. Okay, so how do you receive points? You receive points on the monthly autosaver. You get points when someone joins underneath you with the membership. When the member underneath you enrolls in the autosaver, those points actually go to you. And then also you get points from separate purchases or direct sales from your personal website. Like I said, when you create your account, you're going to have your own referral link for 7K, and it's your own mini version of your own 7K website, which is pretty cool. So that's something that's really, really nice that they do for everybody. But again, here we got the income disclosure, because like I said, there's no guarantee as far as earning passively. And so you may not even want to do that. You just might want to create your membership to be able to save on a regular basis. And that's totally fine. Like some people are like, well, do I have to want to make money? And like, my brother, he goes, yeah, I want to do this. But I don't really want to, I'm not worried about making money. Can I just do it for the coin collecting and that, and, saving on a regular basis? And yeah, there's no problem with that. You can do that. And that's something like, if that's how you want to approach your membership with 7K, just let me know that. And when you send me your email, and then even when I have your referral link, when you send it back to me, I'll keep that in mind. Like, by default, if this is done correctly as a team, you will at some point receive something passively. But if you don't want to, let me know that too. And then we'll work with you on that. Okay. So it's not like you don't have to do this as an income thing. That's just a cherry on top. Okay. The most important thing, like I said here today, is to share the information with you on how you can save in the form of silver and gold. And then, if you are interested in earning passively at the same time and you're one of the 7 countries, then by all means, I will do whatever I can to help you out with that. Okay. But that's not a requirement. Okay. And the main thing is just to have the opportunity to save in silver and gold, because a lot of people don't know how to go about doing that. Okay. And real quick, what I want to say is, if you ever get into a situation, now here's your options. Like, what do you do if you need to liquidate your silver or gold or something that you're saving in? Okay. Say if an emergency comes up and you need like $2,000 or whatever. Okay. And you have X amount of silver coins or whatever that you, saved through 7K. If you don't have them, it's not being saved in your sound money vault. What you can do is you can actually contact 7K and they will send you a form, and you say, okay, I want to sell you back some of the silver that I purchased from you. And because they do everything, because everything's tracked by the barcode and the serial number, you can actually keep track of the value of your savings on a regular basis. If you want to, just go, there's a way to look up the serial number and the barcode. So you could actually, 7K will actually send you email you a form, you fill it out, you send the silver back or gold back to them via FedEx. Once they get it and they inspect it, make sure everything's good, whichever, if you're taking care of it and it's still in the the NGC graded holder, it should go real quick. They inspect it, and then whatever the value of gold or silver is that day, that say, okay, well, this is what we're going to pay you for it. Okay. And they usually, they do offer the highest buyback. Like, they're not like, if you go into a coin shop, yeah, you could still take your stuff into a silver or a coin shop or someplace, one of those places that buys gold and silver, and you're going to get, it's going to have a higher value because it's graded. But at the same time, they tend to always have their excuses. But at the same point, you're still going to be able to command top dollar for it. But that's one option. So you have the coin shop, you can send it back to 7K and they will purchase it back from you. They also have a thing that's called stack and sell now, which it's kind of like, I would compare it to like a 7K silver and gold graded version of eBay, where you can actually, there's other members that all the members that are part of 7K are all part of, most of them are part of stack and sell. And what you can do is you can put your coin on there. There's an app where you scan the barcode and it'll actually put it into a nice little portfolio thing. So you can actually keep track of all your coins as you're getting them in. But then also if you wanted to sell them, because there's a lot of people on there that are looking for specific coins or ones that were part of a series or some special promotion, like on a coin drop where they have limited edition coins that they offer, you can always put it on there and people will actually buy them directly from you. So there's an option there too. So you have the selling back to 7K, you have the stack and sell, you actually have the fact you go into a silver and coin place. So there are different options for you to liquidate your coins or whatever you're saving it if need be. Okay. The main thing is to try and hold on it long term, but there are those options in order for you to sell. And especially if you're into coins or collecting, the value of coins as far as what collectors are out there looking for. Like, and if you have something that's graded perfect, you're usually going to get people chomping at the bit to get a hold of it. Okay. So real quick, just to kind of break down the referral program. Okay. So this would say this is you create your membership today. The first thing you want to do is have 2 members, one on your left and one on your right, and you're qualified as an associate. Okay. And what I did here is I kind of took, this goes from an associate, which is one left, one right, to a copper, which would put you at the thousand up to $1,000 a week. Okay. So in order to become a copper, what you have one on your left and one on your right. You want to help those first two people that you refer become an associate. Okay. So once that person on your left has one left and one right, they're an associate. And then the person on your right has one left and one right, they're an associate. So you're an associate and your first two signups are associates. Then your next two direct referrals, one left and one right, and you're at copper, which is $1,000 per month. So if depending on how who you refer this to is, you can actually rank up pretty quick. Now, like I kind of interrupted myself before, but real quick, there is a limit of 2 members per household. So like Karen, you're on here again. And if you have your husband wants to join this, he would have to sign up underneath your link. Okay. So you could send me an email and I would give you a referral link and then you create your membership and then he would have to sign up under you. So you would, whether you put them on your right or left, that's up to you. But you would automatically have one person on your team. Like if this is your spouse, whether so Karen's would be your husband. So you would just need one more person. And with you sending me back your referral link, I will share your link with the next person. So the next person that signs up, they would help you qualify as an associate. Now, the only way that you can actually have more than 2 from a household is if you have a business, okay, and you actually create a membership underneath your business ID, okay, because for tax purposes, business have a different tax ID, okay, so in this case here, you could actually create a membership under your business, and that way, in this case here, like, so if you, Karen, I'm not sure if you have a business or not, but if you had your husband, if he created a membership and then you used your business ID, tax ID for your other membership, then you could actually legitimately qualify an associate almost instantaneously. Okay, then it just boils down to the points and the autosavers and everything in that 250 to 500 range in order to get your first passive income. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. So you can have 2 members per household. And then if you do have a business where you have a separate tax identity, you can create another membership with that. But that's how that works. Okay, so. And this is really kind of how it looks like when you're kind of spreading out. This is like the shortened version, but this would be you joining today, your first left and first right that qualifies you as an associate. You help those first 2 become associates there. And then your very next direct referrals, the blue ones here, that qualifies you as a copper. Okay. And then you just can continue. You actually continue down. And then with these people here, to be bronze, you want to help your first 2 direct referrals become coppers and then have 2 more direct referrals. And then you're at a bronze level. And I go through this more in depth. And that's why I want you to have my email address and phone number. So you can actually, if you ever need more explanation or you want me to jump on a separate Zoom call or something to share it with you, I'd be more than happy to do that. Okay. So just real quick to go over the potential for the income. The different rank ups are this. So you have associate is first, that's one left, one right. Copper is 2 direct referrals left and right, but at the same time, you have your first 2 referrals are associates, okay? And that qualifies you up to $1,000 per week. The next step is bronze, and you're at $2,000 per week. Silver is at $3,500 per week. And so think about that. What I want to do is help everybody on our team hit the rank of silver as quickly as possible, because as a bonus, $3,500 a week, think about that. That's $14,000 a month. If you're making $14,000 a month, you really are, that's going to be life-changing. Okay. Even $2,000 per week, that's, $8,000 a month. That's still pretty life-changing income for most. Okay. And if you hit that silver within 90 days, what 7K that does that's extra special is they have an additional bonus. They're like, you know what? We want to reward you for sharing this great opportunity with people. They will give you a 100-ounce bar if you hit silver with the rank of silver within 90 days, and you're able to maintain that status where you're holding your points to keep the $3,500 per week. If you hold that for 45 days after you hit the 90 days, they will give you a 100-ounce silver bar. And what they usually like to do is they have different events throughout the year, and they really like to have you come up on stage and present it to you in person, because it's a big deal. They want to say, you know what, we're rewarding you for sharing this great opportunity with people. And of course, like if you're in a different country or something like that, you're not able to make it to events or something like that, I'm sure there's a way they can work it out with you. I don't know anybody personally that's from another country that's ranked up and how they were able to get their silver bar. So I really can't speak from that perspective, but I'm sure there's ways that I'm sure they could work that out with you, because especially now with the COVID thing and everything going on, like travel and everything is still some, there are still some limitations. Okay. But anyway, so if you can hit silver in 90 days and you can actually, besides the great income and sharing and saving for your future, they're going to reward you with a 100-ounce silver bar. And that's really something that's, just think about, they're just going to give that to you for, you sharing the opportunity. And it's really a great opportunity here. That's why I'm really excited about 7K and glad I could share that with everybody here. So after the silver, the next rank up is gold, which is $7,000 per week. Executive gold is $10,000 per week, and presidential gold is $12,500 a week. So if you're real aggressive and you know a lot of people that you can share this with, and you can, working together as a team, let me know if you have quite a few people that you're interested in sharing this with. I can work with you on how to structure it so that you rank quicker. But that would really be something. Just think, if you were making $12,500 a week, that is really, really some life-changing income. But like I said, the income disclosure here, there's no guarantee as to you earning, okay, passively. You have to put forth the effort. And the main thing is just sharing opportunity, helping people get on the autosaver program, and sharing the value of saving monthly in the form of silver and gold. And then everything will kind of fall in line. But you do have to put forth the effort. It's not one of these things where you can just sit there and hold your hands closed and expect to rank up, because it's something where it is a great opportunity. There's great information, and just share as much as you can. And it's something I always tell people, if you share it with somebody, a lot of people don't want that rejection. We're like, no, I'm not interested. And I've got that several times, probably over 100 times. You're like, nah, I'm not interested. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Just look at it. And when people tell you that, just say, well, at least you have the information. If you know of anybody that might be interested in this or something, or you're talking to someone and they might be interested, send them over my way. And that's just the way you can approach it. Don't feel like if somebody doesn't sign up that it's a rejection, because it's not. The main thing is just to share the opportunity, share the information, and you'll be okay. All right. So as part of the income disclosure, when they did this report, out of the members that were actually qualified as an associate or above, 92% of the people that were members of 7K, and right now they're at tens of thousands of members. But at the time they did this report, 92% were associates. And out of those associates, it even has in here that there were some that didn't, they qualified as an associate, but they still had not even received a passive income check yet. Okay, so even though once you qualify as an associate, you still have to accrue the points to hit that total. So 92% of all members were associates, 6% were copper, bronze were 1%, and then silver, gold, executive gold, presidential gold, they were less than 1%. But you're talking tens of thousands of people here. But in this case here, yes, you do have to really share the opportunity to rank up. So I just want to make sure that you understand this, that it's in order to qualify, you can qualify, but as far as actually receiving those weekly checks, that depends on how your downline is doing and where their auto savers are set up. That's why it's really important to share the importance of getting the auto saver program set up once you have your membership done. Okay, so just real quick, and I'll recap this. Sorry, this went a little bit longer than I thought. I really do appreciate all your time, everybody. But just to recap some of the member benefits. Okay, so you're saving for your future. You're building that wealth month by month, and it's just like in this case here, if you can put away let's 116 divided by 30. Let's try that real quick. 116 divided, 116, enter. Why did I give me syntax error? So if you can do 116 divided by 30, you're looking at $3.86 a day. Okay, if you can try and save that, and even at the basic, you're doing that every month. you're starting to build that wealth. And like Zach showed in a $1.2 million mistake, it was $1.2 million mistake because people didn't realize it back in 1986. If they would have just done one coin a month, that's where they would be at today. But if you would have known that, and I would have known that, I would surely go back in the time machine and do that. Okay. So anyway, so just you're saving incrementally. You're starting to build that wealth, and you also get the member benefits with 7K. You get access to the Sound Money wallet, the Sound Money Ball, and those are proprietary things that's something that 7K came up with. So like when you earn your passive income, if you get to that point, it actually goes into your Sound Money wallet, and by default, it does. There's like a 5-day holding period or a 5 business day holding period, just so to give you a heads up on that. But once the money's there, you can actually use that to actually pay for your autosaver if you want, or if you want to take that money and convert it into silver or convert it into gold, or actually have it deposited in your bank account. There's a way for you to transfer it directly from the Sound Money wallet into your bank account. Okay, so you do have those options. So like if you have your autosaver coming up and you say you had a $500 check sitting in there, and your autosaver was the 116 or whatever. So if you wanted to leave that money in there and then transfer the rest to your bank, you could. And that way, when the autosaver came up, it would automatically deduct it from there. But if you wanted to turn that into gold or silver, you can do that from your Sound Money wallet, which is actually a pretty cool feature. They have the autosaver program. So this is some kind of where you set it and forget it, although you don't forget it because actually every month when one of these comes, it's really exciting opening it. I know it's going to be a coin or something, but it's still that anticipation when you're ripping open that FedEx envelope and you got that sound like that. And you have the coin. It's really, and it's your savings. Your savings is something you physically, tangibly can touch. And that's something really incredible. There's 7K healthcare program. So they, like I said, there are Zach mentioned in the video that there are some people that are making a full-time income out of this. They do offer healthcare. So if you don't have that, or if you actually do want to take this as far as in creating into like a personal business type thing, there's your option for healthcare. They do offer that. I'm not sure when their open enrollment period is because like every company has that, but they do offer 7K healthcare. You have dealer direct pricing. So you cut out all the middlemen. So you get the best possible price. There's limited edition and rare coins. And 7K is this thing called coin drops, where every once in a while, it's like every week to 2 weeks, they'll have a day where they have very limited edition coins that they drop in. That's why they call it a coin drop. And you have the opportunity to purchase those. And it's not required that you do it, but there is an opportunity. There's the tax advantages because once you start sharing the opportunity and you're earning passively from sharing the opportunity, you do have the business aspect of it. So my recommendation would be to check with your CPA or your accountant or whoever does your tax to say, well, what items can I use as a tax deduction or can I use towards this? So there are tax advantages. They offer a gold-backed IRA, which is a phenomenal opportunity. There's a 7K Advantage, which is the rewards like Zach had mentioned in the video. So not only what you do is you download the app, or you can actually even look it up on the computer too, where you type in your city or whatever you're in, whether you're traveling or if it's your own hometown or whatever, and it'll show up what restaurants, businesses, hotels, travel, anything type of thing in there where you can get a discount, and you can actually, so there's the added advantage. Like some people actually save quite a bit. Like if you do a lot of travel or a lot of buying stuff online, or even, local businesses or stuff you go to, like places to eat or whatever, I would check on 7K because it's going to save you a little bit each time over the course of a year. And that in itself is probably going to pay for the membership, depending on how much you, eat out or go places or do things or buy stuff online. And then there's also the residual income for life, because once you start sharing the benefits of saving in the form of silver and gold with people, and they're saving automatically, it's going to be hard for them to stop. Okay, something like, as long as you're active and your team member below you are active or on our team are active, you'll always have that residual income for life. And then there's also the e-commerce sales, because you have your own personal website. Once you create your membership, you have your own personal website for 7K. So I appreciate all your time. I really do. And I just got a little bit longer than I expected to. I'm sorry about that. But you know what? My main goal this morning was to provide you with the information on how to save in the form of silver and gold. Okay. And if you have any questions about the income disclosure, again, it is in the chat. And I did put that on YouTube. So unless YouTube deletes it, I don't know. Can't say much about that. But I did put that in the comments on the chat. In order to become a member today, if you would like, you can actually, if you're watching a replay and you don't want to email me or whatever, that, I'd prefer you email me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Then I will give you a referral link to sign up under. But if you don't want to do that, you can always go to www.7kmetals.com/rickf. There are 3 very short videos on the homepage there. Go ahead and check them out. And there's a blue button below that says, let's get started, or sounds good, or something like that. And just click that and they'll start creating your membership. But if you email me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, as soon as I get your email, and like I said, if you can, put your phone number on there and your preferred email address, and I will send you a link. And then once you create your membership, go ahead and contact me back via email or text, because I'll have my phone number on my email to you. And then I'll go ahead and share your referral link, and I'll have that on file so I can share that with other people and help you qualify as quickly as you can. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can always reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And like I said, to qualify for the drawing, that's from me to you, has nothing to do with 7K. It's just my way of showing my appreciation to you for taking the time to watch my presentation this morning and to learn about how you can start saving in silver and gold today. So I hope you got some great value from this, and I look forward to having you on our team. And everybody have a great rest of your day. Happy Halloween, and let's have a great month of November starting up. Okay, everybody enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.